Systems, networks, and programs from digital attacks can be difficult in an ever-changing world of technology.
Changes all the time. And joining us for tips on cybersecurity is Will Winstead and John Michael Whitney from 46 Solutions. Good morning, guys, and thanks for joining us and talking about something that's very important, because there are a lot of things that can go wrong that people don't even think about, right?
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for having us.
So what are some of the most common issues people come to you guys with?
Yeah, I think one of the most critical things that people come to us with is the social engineering type of attacks, phishing email messages. These are the things that come into our mailboxes that might look like they're coming from a bank asking us to reset a password, those types of things. We always advise people to take that out to a different channel. Don't use that email message to click on a link to go change your password, for example. Treat it with some suspect. Go to the bank's website or call if you're not expecting that message. That's basically treat every message as though it's coming from a bad guy.
Right, and there are plenty that flow in and out of mailboxes every day. That's weird, that one right there, saying straight from a bank, but I can see how somebody could fall for that rather easily. And that's what happens a lot of times, isn't it? It's usually we make the mistakes rather than the security letting us down.
Yeah, humans, we all make, we're all fallible, we all make those mistakes.
So what are some of the most common mistakes that people make on a day-to-day basis? I know passwords, a lot of people make easy passwords or just give out too much information online.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest ones is people reuse the same password on multiple websites or multiple services. So all it takes is you accidentally give up the password to one thing and suddenly they have access to your Facebook account, maybe to your bank or to any other websites that may have personal information. And then once they're in those, they can garner more information about you to further get into your accounts and things. And it's important to have good password discipline, use long passwords, strong passwords, and use different passwords for every service, especially if it's a password that you may share with family like Netflix or something. That password should always be completely different from a password you use anywhere else for any personal things.
What other advice do you have for folks out there that just need to be safe? Spyware, all that stuff. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's important to run antivirus on your computers. Be conscious of where you're going and what you're clicking on, because I mean, again, it's us humans that now we might be curious, we might click on something, and even if you aren't clicking necessarily, if you're going to a website that it's not very common, that has a bunch of advertising on it, those advertisements are usually some way that the bad guys can get onto your computers. So
now what about kids? Because we had a story yesterday about a little kid who spent, thousands and thousands of dollars just by, a few clicks. What can you do to, kind of help protect us against our own children sometimes?
Yeah, so speaking to that, it's important that if you have a shared computer like that multiple members of your family use, don't leave your Amazon account signed in, for example, or your bank account signed in. Make sure you're signing out of those accounts. So if your kid's on there and they do accidentally click on a website or go to one of those sites and start looking at things, they won't be signed into your account. Therefore, they couldn't accidentally buy something.
I know places like Google and Amazon have made it so easy to do just one quick button push, and then away you go. Guys, we appreciate you so very much for being with us and for the helpful advice for folks that are out there struggling in the world of cyber technology.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
46solutions.com for more information.